This is the MMA Takes Podcast. With your host, Brian Petrie.
We're here. We're here. The boys are back in town. C-Street, Costello, Tim Mitchell, Temptations 10. Woo! We got a fight card. We got a weekend. It's a big weekend for your boy. Tyler Phillips, my guy. Israel Adesanya, my guy. Cincinnati Bengals, Super Bowl. Everything's coming up right now, boys. Are you a little intimidated? It convinces me right now since I'm so Timbo's champ. He won the last one. I don't know about that. You got a little intimidated?
Not at all.
Not at all. Timbo says, "Oh, Christian's fixing his lights, not even listening to me. He's trying to get gorgeous. Look at him. Look at him.
Looks like Jesus.
Handsome guy. He looks great. Getting some gray in the beard. I like it. How old are you, Chris? Are you 38?
Yep.
38.
Yes,
Timbo,
sir.
30. 35. We're all in our 30s now. Congratulations, Timbo. You're in the 30s club. This is what men become men, baby. Excitement on the card level. I'm going to go to Christian. 1 out of 10. Excitement.
7.
7. Timbo, 1 out of 10. Excitement.
Rookie score. 8.5.
8.5. I'm going to go 8.7. 8.7. I'm very excited. Almost crept into a 9, but I mean there are some weaker bouts. I mean it is, but there's some interesting fights, and I think this is one of the first times I really like a lot of the line placements, even the favorites. I don't think there's too many people overpriced besides maybe 1 or 2 people, which we'll get to, but I think Vegas did a pretty good job. Now, again, I've been reviewing this card since Friday. I got my lines on Monday and did all the graphics and stuff. And so now it's Wednesday. So things are going to obviously change a little bit. I try to look and see, but graphics have been made. Little tweak on the graphics as well. They're going to have a lot of, things featured on each fighter, that may be an attribute where they come from. There's going to be a record. The record is their UFC record, not their overall record. If they're making a debut, it's going to say debut. Yeah. Some people have a lot. Some people don't have any. So that's just going to help the boys out. Okay. All right. First fight of the night.
One chick fight, by the way. How about that?
First fight of the night. Jeremiah Wells. He is a -235 favorite. He is fighting Mike Mathia, but he wants to go by Blood Diamond. So I'm going to credit him and call him Blood Diamond. Plus 190, making his debut. Timbo, you get the first crack. What are you looking at here?
I've been hearing about this dude, Blood Diamond, all week. So he trains at a legit gym, doesn't he?
He trains with Izzy Adesanya. He's been in Izzy Adesanya's corner. Good kickboxer. He's one of 3 city kickboxings fighting on Saturday night.
Okay, yeah. That always whenever one of the main events guys is on the card, usually they don't deserve to be there. And
right.
I'm not going to say this guy doesn't deserve to be there, but he's making his UFC debut. Against Jeremiah Wells, who is now he's 1-0. He beat Warley Alves, which isn't really impressive. He's kind of washed now. -235. Again, I always have a bad feeling about the guys who were boys with the main event.
Sure,
they're there usually for that reason. Jeremiah Wells, looked good in his debut. I'll go with him. -235 is
Jeremiah Wells. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Isn't that a song? Listen, Blood Diamond, I looked, it's really hard to find MMA tape on him. His last fight was against a guy named Gim Dimples. Is that his name?
I was just looking at that.
Yeah.
Gip Gillies.
Gip Gillies, right? Who was the only guy who was like, kind of that had like a real MMA record. This has been Adesanya's like kind of hype man. He's been in his corner. He's very vocal, very loud. This week on the embeddeds, he seems very quiet. I don't know if they're going to let him go by Blood Diamond. I've seen them.
Oh, they are.
Are they? Okay.
He's on the UFC.
Okay, because on the embeddeds, they labeled him as Mike Diamond, which is a porn star. It's completely different. I'm when I watch Izzy Adesanya's kickboxing tape, I'm like, man, this guy's fucking legit. When I watch Blood Diamonds, he has power, but he's very kind of like sloppy a little bit, likes to get hit. He's pretty long for 170. Jeremiah Wells is short and compact, but Jeremiah Wells does have big power, has good takedowns. City Kickboxing does the best at bringing kickboxers transitioning to MMA. They're one of the best at doing it. They're very, very good at doing that with Adesanya, with Brad Riddell. I'm sure there's several other fighters. So it doesn't shock me that Blood Diamond's getting a shot. He's 3-0, but he's here because of Izzy Adesanya. Let's just be honest. That's why he's here. And I don't know his full MMA game. I think his kickboxing average. I'm going to go Jeremiah Wells here. As you see, I labeled him. He might be in my slime ball parlay. He's a guy that I like, minus 235. He's 1-0. A lot of fights canceled out on him, but I looked at tape of him. I like him a lot. And I think he's going to get this done here over Blood Diamond, even though that's a badass fucking name. Christian, what we got here, babe? Oh, and by the way, this is the note here. I wrote this on my notes. As you see, Blood Diamond, he's got the great Simon Phoenix, Wesley Snipes, blonde hair. Sometimes it's red.
Shit.
It's not dyed right now.
Okay.
As of right now, it's not dyed. That's why I'm off him. Maybe come fight night, come weigh-in night. If it's blonde, maybe I'll sprinkle because he's plus 190. But right now, there's no color in his hair. That's a big deal. Christian.
Yeah, I was wondering if that picture was real. I was like, just bringing it all the way in to stare at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this fight though, this is a perfect fight to start off any card. They that kind of pace of them, just every first fight being a finish. This one's ending in a finish for sure.
There you go. Call the props. Call the props.
Yeah, baby. Under 1.5 is pretty reasonable right now. It was like minus 150, I think, or about around minus 150.
Plus 115. Excuse me, my bad. Minus 145, my bad.
Okay, so yeah, it's that's a reasonable price. You could just the decision's like minus 400. This is gonna end early. Wells, I think he finished Alves in the second, but he is all action. Comes out of that Gracie Philly camp that overall has done really well lately.
Really tough, baby.
Gabagoo.
The wall. You can go down to the wall. I don't have a good Philly accent. Hoagie. There's one. Water. You have family in Philly, don't you, Christian?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be there in April.
Do they say water?
Water. Yeah, my parents both say water.
You want some water? Yeah.
Water. Oranges, water.
Ohio's got we have that a little bit. I have that kind of, but we're not as strong as Philly.
Yeah, they're ways from you though. I think Wells should do fine here. Either way, I'm picking him. I think he'll finish it, but I feel pretty comfortable in the under on this. I haven't seen a ton of or any of Blood Diamond, but the name alone.
It's a cool fucking name, and he's
Diamond?
And he's fucking hyped up and everything like that. He's got a giant fucking head. I've seen him kickboxing. He takes a lot of shots. I just think MMA is different. You can't cover up the same like you can in kickboxing because of the big gloves. Jeremiah Wells got big power. He's got some good wrestling. Carries a lot of muscle. He's only 1-0 in the UFC. I would like to see how his cardio holds up because that's the thing about city kickboxing guys is they never. They're in shape. You know what I mean? Might not be most skilled guys in the world, some of them, but they're fucking in shape. All right, next up, we got Douglas Silva, Andrade, plus 180 versus Sergey Morozov. He's a minus 225 favorites. Douglas Silva, Andrade is 5-4 in the UFC. Morozov is 1-1. If you can see on the little logo there, Morozov, he is meeting my qualifications. He's from a stand. He's from Uzbekistan. I nailed it. Fucking nailed it. First try. Didn't have to try. So this fight to me, I really didn't care about. I'm leading the dance here. Didn't really care about too much. I think they're both average. Sergey's 1-1 in the UFC. I haven't really been impressed with him at all. Douglas, I'm not going to say his whole name, am I? Silva Andrade. He looks great physically, and he's fought the better competition. He's one loss. He's 5-4 in the UFC, right? He's over 500, and he's fought some really good competition. He's explosive, slows down a little bit, and his fight IQ is absolute fucking dog shit. Fight IQ is just not there. Sergey Morozov, again, am I going to go against my system? I think I have to. I'm going to go Andrade because he's plus 180 as well. The number's going to play in here. I don't love playing this spot right here because I just don't have the best read on either guy. I think either guys are very mid, but plus 180 on, to me, what Christian said, like a coin flip, you go doggy dog. You know what I mean? You go talk to bounty hunter. Christian, who do you got here, bud?
I think his actual name is Douglas De Silva de Andrade. It's just so long they don't even.
Of course, he's got to have two fucking Silvers in there. That's like a guy here naming Steve Smith Jones Smith Washington. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, so he's been good to me at the betting window. Morozov's got that, he's not from Russia, but he's got that Russian style last name. He's that Russian style grinder. Silva de Andrade can kind of do it all. Scares me is his age and that build. Big muscles equals big oxygen.
Yep.
And you said it beautifully earlier. He tends to slow down. When you're that yoked out, you are prone to slowing.
That's why I refuse to get yoked out, dude. I need my car.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through that with a straight face.
I think he might be dangerous early. But that's that Russian grindy style against somebody that, may have not suspect gas tank, but known to wear down a bit. I definitely could see him just grinding him to a decision, maybe getting something late. But yeah, give me Morozov in this one.
Morozov in this one, Christian. We got some comments here. I think Morozov is Cousins chiming in. System 1909. Another Russian bot. What are you gonna do? We got Eddie Rodriguez here. Good evening, fellas. Good evening, Eddie Rodriguez. I'm pumped for this card. So so are we.
What's Eddie's grade on it?
What's that?
What's Eddie have it on a scale of 1 to 10? This card.
Eddie, 1 to 10 on this card. How excited are you? While we're waiting for Eddie, Timbo, give us your pick.
I like the if it ends in staying, bet a grand. I think Christian nailed it. Just with the age of was it De Santos? My bad.
De Silva Andrade.
Yeah, Andrade.
Silva Andrade.
Yeah. Big muscles, big oxygen. That was you can put that in the book. That was a good one. But yeah, I think it's just gonna take him down, tire him out, and probably not get a finish. It's probably get a decision, but I like the Russian here.
Tim Mitchell just picked a crotch sniffer. I can't fucking believe it. You know what? If you can't beat him, join him. You know what I mean? Can't beat him, join him. You know what I mean? That's what we do. I'm on it here. Eddie's on a 10. Izzy's my favorite fighter. Hey, there you go, baby. Izzy Adesanya crew here. Eddie Rodriguez knows what the fuck is up. All right, next up, we have Jacob Malkoun, plus 106. He's 1-1. He's got gorgeous fucking chest hair. Gorgeous chest there. He is fighting AJ Dobson, who's minus 130, Dana White Contender Series fighter. And right next to him, that's the state of Ohio, baby. Columbus, Ohio. Ring a bell, boys. That state ring a bell, even though Molly shits on it and talks about and says it's the worst thing ever. And Christian, thanks for country. Christian, you got this fight here, buddy. This is Jacob Malkoun we were talking about earlier about Blood Diamond. This is Robert Whitaker's buddy getting a fight, on the big stage. He's 1-1 in the UFC, look good against Al Hassan, wrestle fuck him, and then obviously got stopped by Phil Hall. So tough fight to handicap. This was actually tough for me. This one struggled. Christian, are you better than me? Are you not going to struggle with this at all? You just going to go, I know who wins.
I mean, it's the closest line fight on the card, so I don't think there's anything wrong with struggling in it. Weird thing, MGM actually has Malkoun at plus 130 for some reason. So if you're a Malkoun bettor,
I tell you why. You know why? Because UFC just released a little 17-minute video on Dobson, and whenever they spotlight fighters, the lines always go up for them, and then they're putting money's going on Dobson. Yeah.
Oh, the best. Everybody else has got Dobson like a pick-up, minus 110. This is a way to stand out line.
Right.
In terms of this fight, we haven't seen a ton from either of them. You can't base much off of that Malkoun fight when he got KO'd by Halls in 18 seconds.
Yeah.
I've definitely bet against him. He looked out of shape as could be in that fight. Obviously looked much better in his last fight. I kind of see with Dobson almost the same thing. The big muscles equals big oxygen. I think he could definitely take Malkoun early. He's shown the ability to get knocked the fuck out, a couple punches into the fight. But Malkoun, I think I'm going to take more from what I've seen from him in that last fight, grinding out a 15-minute decision, probably take a takedown every minute or two, able to keep that pace up. I definitely could see the Ohio boy gassing in this one and Malkoun keeping up the pace. I'm not sure either of them are great, but Especially, hey, Malcuna plus money. Let me log into MGM real quick and grab some.
Fire it off, dude. Fire it off. You're going Malcoon.
Yes,
Timbo, you're not picking against Ohio, are you, brother?
I am.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the crotch sniffer is going to prevail in this one, I believe, again. And if we do our MMA math, Abdul Razak Hassan, that dude's pretty fucking violent. And Malkoun was able to kind of smother him and limit his crazy shots. And, if Abdul Hassan versus fucking AJ Dobson was a fight, I'm picking Hassan in that one. So MMA math tells me I got to pick Malkoun here.
Malkoun it is. Well, I'm going Ohio guy, of course. Al Hassan, the last fight, people, he dominated and wrestled him, but Hassan had trouble at 170. They made him go to 85. He's small. Malkoun's not that big. Dobson's a well put together boy. He's 6-0. I don't like betting with Dana White Contender Series guys, but he can do it all. He's got okay boxing, okay stand-up, good power. Wrestling's pretty good when he gets into the scrambles. I don't think his takedowns are that great. I think maybe Malkoun is gonna really try for the legs here, just like he did against Al Hassan. And I think that's gonna be his undoing, because I think Dobson is gonna be the bigger, stronger guy. And when he gets on top, it could be a problem for Malkoun. The biggest question mark I have here is the line's close for a reason, because there's a lot of unanswered questions. But can Dobson, does he have cardio? Because we know Malkoun does. Malkoun can go, right? Malkoun's like one of Robert Whittaker's main training partners. He's getting a fucking training camp with the guy fighting for the belt. So it was intense. It was good. He's in shape. Is Dobson in shape? You know what I mean? He's coming out of Columbus. I don't know who his head trainer is. He had Mark Coleman in his corner in the Contender Series. Mark Coleman, legend, but shouldn't be training fighters, right? So there's some question marks there, but I'm not going to go against Dobson. I like Dobson. Don't love the number. Get him out of pick him. Minus 130 was a little high for me. That's what put me pause. I like the plus on Malkoun, basically because he could wrestle. But, that Ohio, that beautiful state of Ohio, and he's close. He's in Columbus. I'm going to go AJ Dobson. All right, next up, we got Carlos Umberg, minus 250 versus Fabio Charon, plus 198. Carlos Umberg is now a blondie. That's why he's got the blonde on his head there. Fabio Charon, he's got the smells coming off him because,
brother, this guy stinks.
Fabio Charon, the water buffalo, absolutely stinks. So he's got the smell coming off him. He's 0-2. He's been finishing both fights. Carlos Umberg, 0-1 the UFC, rugby player, handsome as all fuck. Good kickboxing, completely blew it his UFC debut. Looked pretty good in the Contender Series. I feel like this is a layup. He dyed his hair blonde. I'm excited. Timbo, do you like the water buffalo here? You're gonna go with that handsome son of a bitch.
I'm gonna go with Paulo Costa Light here.
Hey.
Water buffalo is trash. Granted, Alonzo Metafield, I also think it's trash, but I believe lost to William Knight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he got fucking slapped by William Knight.
So really no shame in that. But I think Goldberg's just a much talented fighter here, minus 250. That sounds about right. I do think the UFC is going to want to hype this kid. Obviously, he's coming off a loss, but I think Goldberg takes it pretty easily here.
Yeah, I agree. I think Goldberg, he's a slime ball candidate as well. Eddie's saying I don't like Carlos' fight IQ. His last time out, his fight IQ was absolute dog shit. That's why he lost the fight. And then I might have to side with him. Yeah, the number's big, but Fabio Charon has done nothing. Even on the regional scene, when he got signed, I looked him up and I was like, why did this guy get signed? You know what I mean? I know they need people in 205, but I'm like, this dude's not that great from what I saw. And Goldberg, again, pretty face, has that rugby background, turned down like the Bachelorette New Zealand or whatever the fuck it was. Like, guy's like a model, Izzy's training partner. That's why he's here, right? Very young, has a pretty good kickboxing pedigree. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic. But again, like Eddie brought up, his fight IQ is absolute dog shit. But he's got blonde hair. Fabio Charon has no chin. Carlos Goldberg, it has no defense. The only thing he knows how to do is come out and throw punches. I think if he touches Charon enough, it's going to be over. This fight's going to play on the feet. I think Charon's going to want to come in and wrestle. I think that's what he's planning on doing. His UFC career is on the line here. He can't go out there and put his chin on the line because there's no chin there. So he's going to want to try to wrestle, which I think is It could work maybe later in the fight, but it's not going to work early on. I think Olberg's going to take over. Hopefully he doesn't gas. Hopefully he got smartened up a little bit. Again, same thing with Malkoun. This guy has been Izzy's main training partner because they're similar size for the entire camp. You know what I mean? That says something for a guy who's only 3-1. 250 is a little high for me, but again, I think the matchup's favorable. I understand why he's lying that way, but Olberg for sure. Christian, come bring it home and say you're taking a water buffalo, babe.
Oh man, I was super high on both these guys before their UFC debuts. It made me look like a fool, that's for sure.
You were high on Charon just because of the name, water buffalo?
Yeah, the water. I don't know. I like those. I like the LFA guys. I had watched his fight against Myron Dennis I think it was for the strap in LFA.
He must have a really good manager to be getting these spots because I just don't see it.
Yeah, when I watched that fight on TV, then I saw Myron Dennis fight in person at the thing I saw being a white at, and he got his ass kicked. He stinks.
Guy stinks out loud.
So yeah, interestingly enough, this will be the first time that either of them fought in front of the crowd, like the actual.
Good stat. Yeah.
They both fought on numbered events, but this will be the first one at a stadium. So I know Eddie said something about Carlos's fight IQ. That's going to be. It may not be filled by that point, but there's going to be 10,000 people at least probably by then watching it. So be interesting to see how they react to that. Look, neither of them's ever attempted a takedown in the UFC, or I guess in Olberg's case in the Contender Series. Olberg is the better kickboxer. I think that everybody knows that. He's taller, he's longer, so
better looking,
much better looking.
That matters, dude. Did I tell you what? Dude, his blonde hair. It's like, we got another bot here. Donna Sanders, Verlife, you Donna Sanders, you fucking mutt. Sorry, Christian, to cut you off. These bots are, they're chiming in. That's
all right. Yeah, this should be another fun fight though, as long as it lasts. It's another 1.5. It's another 1.5 line. It's under the minus. So I think it's gonna be fun. I think Olberg's got it, just like the rest everybody said. So let's do it.
Yeah, Olberg's. I think you brought up a really good point with the crowd. Obviously, Charon is fought LFA, which is a pretty big organization. He's got more fights. He's fought in front of crowds, not in the UFC yet, but Olberg also coming from rugby. He's been in front of huge crowds, especially in New Zealand. That's like their fucking favorite thing in the world over there. So I think he's going to shine a little more here. I think he's going to really react to the crowd. But again, not going to matter if he doesn't have cardio and if he fights like a complete idiot. But I'm glad we're all in agreement there. We all agreed. Next up, Alex Hernandez. Plus 142 versus Renato Moicano, minus 176 favorite. Alex Hernandez 5-3 in the UFC. Renato Moicano 8-4 in the UFC. Got a little underdog there next to Alex Hernandez because I think this line's priced a little weird to me. I'm not a huge Alexander Hernandez fan, but I think Moicano is he was in a rut. Now he's trying to find his way. He was a 45er. Now he's a 55er. He's trying to figure out his weight class. Been finished before. It's fought some good competition, but I've never been blown away by him. So the line's a little weird to me. So I forget who starts. I think it's Timbo. Let's just go Timbo. How do you like this? How do you see this, Timbo?
Moicano, man. He's had a fall from grace. I believe he fought for the title, if I'm not mistaken. If he didn't, he was very close to
He was close. He didn't fight for the title. No, he's very, very close, though.
Yeah, I personally fucking can't stand Alexander Hernandez.
Same here.
Like, he's a fucking prick, and but I mean he is explosive, and when he can explode, and I think he had some gas tank issues. That was he would go out, blow his load. Specifically, I remember the Cerrone fight. That was
Cerrone fight was his big coming out. Talked a lot of shit and lost to Donald Cerrone. He had to take a couple steps back after that one.
Yeah, but I mean, just as far as imposing will, like. I think he's going to be the aggressor. He's going to be he's going to hit harder. Moicano, man, it's just I think he's done. I think he's washed. I think it's unfortunately for him, but I love the dog money here on Hernandez. I think he actually probably gets a finish. So I'll probably be betting that. So yeah, give me Hernandez.
Love it. I got Hernandez as well. I actually disagree. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be a decision when Alex Hernandez has he's got big power in his hands. And ever since he's left, he was San Antonio. I think now he's in Mark Montoya, Colorado. That's the best move he's ever made. He got out of his hometown, went to a great camp. He's looked great. But sometimes when he fights guys who are a little faster than him, and Moicano is good on the ground and has fast hands, he tends to kind of pot shot and throw single shots and then gets a little timid. I hope that's not the case because he can finish Moicano. Moicano has been chin checked before, hasn't passed that test. Hernandez can take a good shot. He's not going to, I think, get finished here. The big question mark for me is actually the ground because I know Hernandez likes to mix things both up. I know he likes to strike. He's fast. He's explosive. He likes to mix things up on the ground. I think Moicano is really sneaky good on the ground. He's got really fast hands. I don't think he's an overwhelmingly big, powerful puncher. But again, the line seems a little off to me. I'm kind of glad. I like Alex Hernandez at plus 142. I would just play money line. Timbo has a better read. He says he's going to go by finish. I think it's going to be a decision. Both these guys are finishers. It's got something tingling in the old gut that says decision. But give me money line. Give me dog pick. Give me dog money. Plus 142. Christian, are you agreeing with the two smartest guys on the podcast? Or are you going Moicano?
I like the way you worded that. You put me in a tough spot.
Yeah.
I'm disagreeing with you guys.
Oh.
What these guys both have in common is every time either of them takes a step up to the highest or near the highest levels, they lose. Moicano's losses, though, Ortega, Aldo, Zombie, Fazeev, that's legit. That's not bad. Eddie makes a good point there. I think, Hernandez might have more tools. Definitely going to be the better striker here. No question about it.
More powerful.
Yeah, maybe. But if this does get to the ground, if he does decide to get cute, I think he's fucked. Get cute. I think Moicano wiped the floor with him on the ground, and I think he's gonna get it there. This was a really tough one for me. I don't know if I don't pick Hernandez because I don't hate him, but I think you guys influence me with your hate for him because I hear it all the time. I mean, he is like a smug prick, but
smug
big time.
He reminds me. So we have a Catholic school that rivals our public school. He reminds me of every single guy that played sports for that Catholic school, like in high school. Like the hair, the floppy hair, the air, like everything about him. So I think that's what it is. He also looks like Mark Wahlberg from Fear a little bit. If you ever seen that movie, that was a great movie. But yeah, there's something about him I don't like. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't like his face.
Want that smug look off your face?
Smug look.
Well, I think Renato Moicano is going to go ahead and do that. I can't put anything into wins over Chris Grutzmacher and Mike Breeden. That's all. I mean, that's all he's done in the past 3 years.
True.
And at least Dober's all right. Thiago Moises is pretty good, but that's nothing compared to what Moicano's in there with. This is going to be a step down for him. I like him to take it.
Yeah, that's a good analysis. He
did finish Benito Dariush.
I know.
UFC debut. Benny Dariush got caught big time there.
He also threw like 2 punches against Francisco Trinaldo.
Yeah. He's looked pedestrian at times, but you're right. The level competition, the guys he had just recently finished, Breeden and Grutzmacher. I mean, who the fuck cares? Grutzmacher's Homer Simpson. The guy walks into punches. Oh, am I in a fight? Like that guy stinks. So yeah, that's a good point to bring it up. Moicano is, this is a tricky fight, but again, the plus money, I got to go Hernandez here, even though he gives me the old heebie-jeebies. All right, next up, Ronnie Lawrence, plus 290 versus Mana Martinez. Battle of the Dana White Contender Series alumni, both 1-0 in the UFC. Ryan Lawrence, a nice little size favorite here at minus 290. As you see, I got the slime ball next to him. You guys already guessed that I probably will be putting him in my slime ball. I will reveal it at the end of the show. But yes, Ronnie Lawrence, I think he's really good. I think he's a guy that is just like, my stand-up's not that good. He knows what he's good at, and he's not going to fuck around, right? He's going to take you down. He's going to pound you out. He's going to try to submit you. He's not going to be a world-class kickboxer. He's a grimy, dirty, Bryce Mitchell type fighter where I know what I'm good at, and guess what? I'm going to fucking take you there and drown you. Mana Martinez is a guy a lot of people are hating on. They don't think he belongs in the UFC. He's got a nice debut win where he was down in the cards, or competitive fight. At least I don't know if he's down in the cards. Competitive fight, got his win. Didn't look great in the Contender Series. Looked okay outside the UFC. A guy I'm not really super high on, but I just think Ryan Lawrence is a fucking stud here. I think he's gonna be all over Mana Martinez. I think Martinez is primarily a striker. I think when Ronnie gets in the ground, this is a Ronnie Lawrence matchup. minus 290. Don't tell Vegas, don't tell people this, but I'd bet him at minus 690. Okay, because I think he's that big of a favorite. Give me Ronnie Lawrence, and let's go Christian. Christian, who you like here, bud?
I'm going to break this one down for you in one
Break
second.
it the fuck down, man.
Ronnie Lawrence averages 10.86 takedowns per 15 minutes. Martinez takedown defense, 0%.
There you go. There you go. I mean, I didn't even
go.
know those stats, and I fucking knew.
Just watch the tape. It's going to happen. That's
Watch
it.
the tape, babe.
I'm like you. Ronnie Lawrence is so good. And
He's really good.
Martinez, I don't want to steal your word again, but he stinks.
I didn't realize how many people disliked him. Like on Twitter today, they're like, dude, I'm hammering Ronnie Lawrence. And they're like, man, Martinez doesn't even belong in the UFC. I'm like, I didn't think he's that bad. I mean, striking's pretty good, but I mean, I don't know.
It's a bad matchup for him, though.
Horrible matchup. Yeah. So you're going Ronnie Lawrence. If he loses, and I unfortunately cannot be a part of this. Can you guys shave your beards like him? Really low, chin strappy.
Mm-hmm. I already went through those days, dog.
Yeah,
Tim was like, nope, not doing
it. It might grow so fast. I'll do it.
Oh man, I might. Yeah, mine grows fast too. It's fucking 3 weeks. All right, Timbo, who do you like in this fight, babe? I think I know.
Yeah, Ronnie Lawrence, man. It's gonna be fucking takedown city. He's gonna get a lot of DraftKings points. So I'll be interested in some lineups for sure.
He's got like a cornerstone.
Eddie Rodriguez getting in he stinks, man. Beezy coming with the fire. Is this your dude? Is this Eddie your guy? No, he just loves you, Bees. He just loves you, Bees. Beezy with the fire. I love it. Yeah, so we're all in clean sweep, Ronnie Lawrence. So for the listeners, the watchers out there, go ahead and write your check to Ronnie Lawrence, taking it to the bank because he's going to dominate. All right, next up, this fight's a little bit of a pretzel for me as well. William Knight plus 145 versus Maxim Grisham minus 180. We got two big light heavyweights here. William Knight's 4-1 UFC was actually very surprising to me because I feel like he doesn't have 4 wins, but I guess he does, coming from Dana White Contender Series. Maxim Grisham's fought everywhere. 1-2 in the UFC. The only thing I know about Maxim's training camp is he dropped Sean Strickland in training. So he's in Vegas. He's sparring with some really good guys. I think it's Christian. Who is it? Yeah, Christian. Go.
I think so.
Yeah, go ahead.
This one, William Knight might be Molly's favorite fighter. I'm not sure.
I wonder why. Molly, pervert.
Yeah.
BBC.
Big Willie is, Big Willie. He's, I like him too. He's a cool dude. But I can't, I guess at least, Jacoby was Grisham's last fight.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he looked really good in that fight. I think I was super heavy on Jacoby, and I thought I think I might have scored it for Grisham.
It was close. Very, very
Jacoby's
close.
He's looked really, really good, above average.
Yeah.
So I've been impressed with him. And people say recency bias. I think that's the most important thing you can do is look at what they did last. Obviously, Jacoby's probably a different type of opponent than William Knight is. But I'm not sure that – I think he would almost have to take it to the ground. And I didn't dig into the stats too much. But just when I kind of visualize this matchup, I see like the, much longer, rangier kickboxer. William Knight doesn't go for takedowns too much. I kind of see him piecing him up. I don't think it is too difficult of a matchup for him. Like, personally, I want Knight to win just because I like him. But I think it's not a good matchup for him. I think he's going to get pieced up for 15 minutes if he doesn't get knocked out. I mean, he obviously Knight has the power to knock probably anybody out. But even when he finished, who was that a couple fights ago? When he hit it with that it was Fabio.
Charon. Yeah, he fucking killed him.
That shit was weird. I'm going against my heart here, but my wallet. I tell you this all the time. Your heart and your wallet are not related. So
if something comes flying by the screen, viewers, that's just Molly throwing something at Christian because he picked against their guy. I thought you broke that down great. Timbo, I saw you shaking your head. Were you shaking your head at his analysis? Are you going Big Willie or are you shaking your head because what's going on, man?
I don't know. Oh, I was looking at I bet the over in the Bulls.
Oh, there you go.
They're
okay.
not fucking doing shit.
That was my third guess. Was that? Yeah.
No. God damn it. Hold on, my bad, guys. The fucking ring light went out.
Man, you got it on a timer or something?
Nah,
You gotta get the clapper here. That's what you gotta do.
My foot kicked the extension cord thing. But no, gotcha. I think Christian actually fucking nailed that. That was pretty much exactly what I was gonna say. Christian. Like, dude, fucking Grisham is a vet. This dude has been around the block. You know, William Knight, dude's mad powerful, but dude's he fucking sucks, if we're being honest. Like, he's mad powerful, but and like it's funny, like that Alonzo Menifield fight, like that was actually a really fucking good fight. That was a war, and I believe he was. Yeah. It was like, again, he has the power, but like Maxime Grisham is a fucking vet. Like he's just going to pick him apart from afar.
Right.
You know, can he get caught? Absolutely. Who can't? Especially William Knight does hit like a truck, but like technique wise, like Grisham should style all over him. If we're being honest, I love the bet by decision. Probably be plus money, like barely plus money, probably minus 105. But that's good money.
Oh yeah, that's exactly. Yeah,
is it?
Yeah,
nailed it. Yeah,
over 2.5, like just plus money. Just bad in it.
I love that bet. So give me that. Give me Grisham.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Maxim as well here. If you drop Sean Strickland in sparring, that means a lot to me because Sean Strickland only spars. Like he is. His distance and everything he does is really, really good. I know Maxim's a heavy or 205 and Sean's 185, but they're not really that big of a difference. Think of that William Knight likes to do. He likes to get you down. He likes to get on top. He likes to throw his hands on top. You try to take Menifield down. They were grappling a lot. He did that to Alexis Kamara. He took him down, pounded him out. That's what you want to do against Maxim. Maxim is, Russian, right? Let's not forget that. You ain't just going to take a Russian down like that. But also, I think you guys nailed it. He's going to keep his distance. He's going to pick William Knight. William Knight's big, juicy, beefy, whatever you want to say, but he's short. He's short for the division. He's got short arms. He's going to have to really try to work to get in, which won't work. And I see a decision happening here. I see William Knight just getting picked apart. Maybe land the takedown, but probably not. I like Maxim here. A guy I flirted with throwing him in my slime ball as well. I didn't put the logo up, but minus 180 I think is a little low for him. I know he's 1-2 in the UFC. I think he could have probably be easily 2-1. You know what I mean? So don't let that fool you here. Give me Maxim Grisham. Sorry, Thick Willie. Not today. All right, next up, Alex Perez minus 400 versus Matt Schnell. Danger Schnell. Dana White Contender Series versus Tough. And 6-2, 5-2, both ranked number 4, number 9 in the division. I think I lead the dance here. So this fight got rebooked. I have flip-flopped several times on who I'm going to pick. I think Alex Perez is a powerful guy. He's fought for the title. He's well-rounded. Matt Schnell, he's 5-2, but he's had some really inconsistent periods there. He's chinny a little bit. He's been knocked out. He's great on the ground. This is just a tough fight. This is a tough fight. But when you think of a tough fight and you're giving me plus 300, I'm going to go Danger Schnell here. I think Alex Perez is very, very good. Haven't seen him a little bit. He's fought some good competition. I just think if he doesn't get Schnell out of there, it's going to be maybe a greasy decision. It could be close because I think Schnell is good on the ground, but you're giving me 3-1. I'm going to take 3-1, guys. I'm just going to take it. I think it's a competitive fight. It's 4 versus 9, 2 ranked guys. I don't think there's a 4-1 or 3-1 gap advantage between these guys. The only thing that scares me is the power. Perez can knock you out, and Schnell has been knocked out. So yeah, give me Matty Danger Schnell, the MTV star. Christian, who you got?
Yeah, I disagree with you a lot on this one. I think this was Eddie's right. This should be a good fight. The only thing is I'm not sure that Schnell's going to be able to stay on his feet. I think that Alex Perez can take him to the ground at will. I mean, in almost the last...
And he'll get fucking triangled.
Yeah, right. Right.
That confident... Yeah, right. Fuck off.
But he's got finished by Davison Figueiredo. That's it, right?
Who's that? Alex Perez?
No. He got subbed in the Itachi Palace in 2016.
Wait,
So obviously he's gotten better since then. Yeah, I disagree with you a lot. I think the line's gotten a little bit out of hand. I don't know what it was. The second
Hang on, he got finished by Joe B too. There you go. Relax. He got finished. Joe B ground and pounded his ass.
Somebody finished him by prayer choke. What the fuck is a prayer choke?
It's when you fucking pray and then they just fucking lose their fucking the gods come down and choke them for you. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I wish the line wasn't so wide.
It is wide, huh?
It is, but when I say it's wide, I don't think there's any value on Schnell. I mean, I don't think there's any value on either of them, really. You said it right before we started. You think the books had lined these pretty well, and I wish I could see what the lines were the first and second time this fight got canceled.
Yeah, I should have looked that up.
Best bet on this is this fight getting
I know
canceled.
Schnell's. I've picked Schnell, then I bounced to Perez. I know Schnell's always been the dog. I don't know if he's been this wide because the last time they fought is because Matt Schnell made weight, but the commission's like, no, you're not fighting because your heart rate's high. And he goes, let me get a drink of water. I just fucking cut 20 pounds or whatever. So they had to rebook it. So
it's gotten from minus.
I thought we broke down this fight before.
Minus.
Yeah,
okay, minus 333, minus 380, now minus. So it's just gone up and up and up.
Yeah.
I just might enjoy this fight. You know, I'll bet it somehow. Let's have to see what you guys say. See what
I think a finish would be nice. I think either guy could finish if you want to bet that prop. You know, because that's only if you're on the press side. Because I mean, 3-1. I mean,
Schnell could finish. Schnell could knock him out.
You could. Schnell's got a decent body. He's just that chin's just not there. Timbo, what do you got, babe?
This is tough. Like, and I'm gonna go with Christian's philosophy here. If you're struggling with a fucking plus 300, you gotta go to plus 300. So
you gotta go.
Give me Schnell. I mean, he's got a 4.5-inch reach advantage. Like Perez is a little guy. If he can keep his distance, avoid the leg kicks, we all saw fucking how deadly those can be. Schnell's no fucking scrub on the ground. He's if he does get taken down, he can handle himself. He's just got to not get punched, and if he just keeps his distance, then he can do that. So, yeah, give me Schnell.
Yeah, and Schnell fought a similar guy, similar size guy, in Rodrigo Bontorin his last time out, and he lost the decision. It was all pretty much stand up, but Schnell lost just because he was just not throwing enough, but he was getting hit. He didn't get knocked out. Bontorin's got good power. I think Perez is a better boxer. Probably has maybe a little bit more power, but that's a similar matchup, and I think Schnell maybe learned from that and maybe wants to go. But yeah, we'll see, man. This is an interesting fight. This is gonna be a good fight. Probably one. I don't think I'm gonna pass on it. I think I will sprinkle on Schnell just because he's 3-1, but I'm definitely not gonna invest a lot in this fight. I don't have a strong lead. It's gonna be one of those where I'm gonna enjoy these two flyweights fucking kicking the shit at each other. All right, next up, Roxanne Modafferi plus 285. This is her last fight. She's ranked number 12 versus Casey, future wife O'Neal, minus 375. She's ranked number 15 in the world, which is surprising me. She's 3-0 in the UFC. So Roxanne got a boyfriend, right? She's been a long time mixed martial artist, got a boyfriend, finally lost her virginity, starts getting some dick in her and goes, you know what? I'm going to hang the gloves up. I'm done with all this fighting stuff. I got famous enough to get a boyfriend. I'm done. She can't see when she's in there. She's like, what's the point? Casey O'Neal on a fucking, she's a bad bitch in multiple ways. She's good looking and she's in there and she wants to fight. She's very active. She's been very active this past year. I think it was a great signing for the UFC here. Christian, you got to break this fight down for us here, bud.
All right. Well, Casey O'Neal, I think the only thing to be, I'll start with what you said it. She's a bad bitch in pretty much every way. She has been a bit of a slow starter. I think Procopio pieced her up for a round. Was that her last fight or whatever her other fight she had?
She beat Shevchenko.
Okay, yeah, I think she started a little slow in that one too.
She did. Hold on, sorry. Eddie Rodriguez said, "You guys ever do a live fight stream?" You're goddamn right, Eddie. We're gonna do that eventually. Christian likes to, watch fights with 40 people, and Timbo's usually playing poker while we do it. But we're gonna fucking get it going, Eddie. Okay, we'll get it going. Maybe I get a little too worked up sometimes. I mean,
so much you. I'm sitting there with my phone, like.
Are you? I would sit here I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what this was. I've never done that day, but I guess I just did it now. Sorry, Christian. Break down this fight. I know you're going Casey Sweet Eyes O'Neal.
Yeah, Roxy's worst. I know she's a legend of the women's game. She's older than me. That's never good.
She is. She's older than you. Shit.
She is. Yeah, she's 39. Look, she's so slow, and Casey O'Neal is so fast, so aggressive. I could see Roxy maybe looking good early. This might be a good live betting situation if you get a couple minutes in, and it's looking close. I mean, Roxy's only real notable performance was against one-leg Macy Barber, and still couldn't finish her. So, yeah, I think Casey O'Neill should roll here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a slow start, like a 29-28 decision. I could see her losing the first round again because that's what she does, but she'll take over. She finishes too. She gets wild.
Mm-hmm.
So I might take a stab at round 2, round 3. Casey O'Neill also. There might be some good lines on that. I'll look that up. But yeah, I think Casey O'Neill will roll, especially in the second and third rounds here. I'll look up those lines and tell you guys after the next breakdown.
Timbo, what do you got here, babe?
I think O'Neill steamrolls her. You know, she does get off to slow starts, but it's just Macy Barber sucks. I mean, excuse me, Macy Barber. Excuse me, Roxanne. Yeah, Modafferi. Yeah, she sucks, man. It's like, especially in her last 2 fights, like she was just so timid. Like, she's got like 40 professional fights. I mean, and granted, I know she's what they call her, Happy Warrior.
Yeah.
Something
I think
like
so. Is that in it? Yeah, Happy Word. She seems like the sweetest, nicest. I hate bashing her. She seems like the awesome person, but yeah.
But like, I mean, this is just the eye test for me. Like, and granted, you know, the Macy Barber fight, like, I don't know how the fuck she pulled that off, and I think there's still like Vegas is still like kind of fearing that because obviously like she was such a big dog, but I don't think this line's wide enough. Like I think Casey O'Neill is just fucking way better, way younger, way hotter. So way hotter.
Yeah, that factors in.
Hey,
go ahead.
2 plus 600, round 3 plus 1100.
That's just because Casey O'Neill's 3-0 in the UFC, all 3 finishes. Roxanne Modafferi, she gets hurt almost every fight, but she is tough to put away. She's 4-6 in UFC, not the best record, but she is pretty tough to put away. She's proven to be tough. It's doable. You can do it. She gets hurt in every fight. And Casey O'Neill is a bad bitch. She's like a dog in a bone. When she gets you hurt, especially if it's a ground and pound situation, she's going for a neck. She's beating you up. I love Casey O'Neill here. I can't love her even more. Don't know why the slime ball logo's not up there. I'm sorry. Eddie Rodriguez, listen, this guy, he fucking knows us so well. Tim is brutal. Eddie, join the group chat, brother. You want to know what brutal is. Join the group chat. But no, I mean, this is Casey O'Neill all day. Roxanne, she'll go out like a stud. She'll give her speech and everything like that, and more power to her. I'm sure she'll be a great coach. She's been around too long. She's not going to just leave the sport. Next up, Timbo's guy. God damn. Andre Arlovski, minus 158 versus Jarrett Vanderara. He's got like 8 A's in his name. Dana White Contender Series. This guy stinks. Andre Arlovski, 22-13-1. That's people's records. That's his fucking UFC record. Minus 158 to me is a little disrespectful, but I'll let Tim go first because this is Tim's guy. He'd suck Andre Arlovski's dick for $1 million. There's no question about it.
For the free,
just for the taste. Who do you got here? I think it's a dumb question, but I already know. But go ahead, tell me.
I mean, damn, bro, did you have to pick the most unflattering picture of him?
That's the one. Whenever I find these pictures, I go Andre Arlovski UFC PNG because you don't want a background, right? Mm-hmm. And that's like his most recent UFC picture. That's whatever they. I mean, it's not great. His haircut. He looks like stupid with Count Chocolate with the haircut. I don't know what it is, but
yeah. Look, Jared Vanderara stinks. And
the guy. I mean, I got to give it to him.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Stinks.
Yeah,
Arlovski, he beat your guy Harry. Looked good.
Hans, yeah, dude. He's beating some fucking shit. He beat Harry Hansacker and was it Sergey Spivak? I think there's 2 people.
He lost to Sergey Spivak. I know
Justin Tafa. That's right.
Yeah.
Absolute trash, dude. We're talking about the former fucking heavyweight champion of the world. He just turned 40. Let's see, turned like 43. Yeah, 43, dude. But fucking 4-1 in his last 5, and obviously lost to Tom Aspinall, who's a fucking beast. Love Arlovski here, decision win fighter only now, but he's got his chin back. He's crisp in there with his boxing. He's just footwork's going to be better. Striking's going to be better. He's just going to box his way to a decision win. Give it to me.
Yep. I love that. Love that play right there. I'm with you. I'm on Andre Arlovski by decision as well. Jarrett likes, he likes to get in the wars. He likes to stand up. That's kind of what the Tafa fight was. This isn't going to be a Tafa fight. Andre Arlovski's too smart, too quick. The one thing that really changed his career and changed his chin was instead of being a headhunter, instead of plodding forward and going, I'm going to fucking knock you out, I'm the pit bull, he goes, well, wait a second. I have good cardio. I'm fast for heavyweight, even at 40. Let me use my footwork and piece you up. I don't need to get all these knockouts. I just need to get wins. The guy's a fucking legend. He's going to be fighting until 50. But yeah, this is an easy decision when he's got box up Venery. I think Venery's stand-up's terrible. I think the only way he wins if he gets a takedown and gets on top. He's a little long in there. But I just see Andre picking him apart, winning a 3-round decision. Probably not going to be the most exciting fight because Venery can take a shot. Andre can give some shots. But yeah, I'm gonna go Andre here.
He hasn't had a finish in 7 years.
Yeah, Andre Arlovski. If he gets a 7 years, he's due. Let's sprinkle a little bit on the knockout. Maybe he jumps and takes a fucking leg like he did at Tim Silva in the day. That was the best. Yeah, give me Andre Arlovski here. Christian smiling at somebody, probably me. Go ahead, Christian. How do you like this fight?
I'm with you guys on this one. I see a vet lesson right here. I also think Vandera stinks. What was it? The Tafa fight, he did have some decent cardio. I just don't think he's going to be able to throw those wild meat hooks around and just not get popped right back in the face by Arlovski. I mean, the age difference is insane. 13 years is, that's.
But at heavyweight though, it's like, Randy Couture fought. He was like, you might want to fact check me this, but he fought. He was like 77, I think. So
I think Arlovski said something in like one of those post fights about he doesn't want to be this gatekeeper necessarily, but he knows he's kind of fallen into it. And this is a true, he is the gatekeeper. Look, whether he likes it or not, that's his job. And he's not going to be opening the gate for Vandera. This is no Tom Aspinall walking in here and walking right through him.
Yeah,
right.
He's going to shut the gate and say, go back to Harry Hunsucker and get another
rematch. Harry, this is your walking papers, Vandera. Go add more A's to your name.
They should have him fight like Greg Hardy after this or something.
No, who? Or Arlovski? Vandera?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Hardy needs a layup. He needs.
Greg Hardy? He's got a fight coming up.
I think is he because he cut? Remember I showed you cut his finger. I thought it was his dick. His fingers are that big. I thought it was a fucking dick. He sliced his finger real bad. And then I thought he pulled out. He was supposed to fight Spivak, but then I think they rebooked it. So I actually don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, he's fighting at the Masvidal pay-per-view.
Okay, so March 5th. Okay, so he's fight. Yeah,
I think he's like a co-main on that, if I'm not mistaken.
God, I hope not. I can't
believe that's a pay-per-view. That's embarrassing.
What? Colby and George?
Yes, who cares? Just because they
have
beef?
Timbo was chirping George today. He called him a journeyman on Twitter.
Dude. So I actually got a bet with one of my buddies who he's a UFC fan but doesn't know the shit. And he's like, hey, Cole because he's a Trump supporter. Didn't know that fucking Masvidal is also a Trump supporter.
I know.
He's like, kick his ass. He's like, I'll bet any amount. I was like, all right, bro. So we got a $300 bet straight up for Colby.
Yeah.
To win.
Oh, he's gonna wipe the floor with him.
It's the same thing. My buddy loved Colby, and he's like, he'll beat Usman, fuck Usman, blah, blah, blah. And my buddy's a huge Trump supporter. I'm like, Usman's a Trump supporter too, right? He was trying to get Trump to get his dad out of jail, and I think it might have worked because his dad's out of jail. And my buddy's like, oh, really? So now he's an Usman guy. It's like, come on. There's that light again, Timbo. What, you got happy feet underneath there, bro?
Nah.
What's going on?
I just got to take out my laptop charger.
All right, we all got Andre Arlovski on that one. All right, main card time. Nasrat Haqparast plus 128 versus Bobby King Green. I broke this down on the Anakin Florian podcast, which you can go listen to now at Anakin Florian podcast on MMA. What? Apple, iTunes, YouTube. You haven't listened to it yet. So I broke this fight down.
I like to know your breakdowns before.
Right. Yeah. So I broke this fight down on there. This is one of the 4 I did. And so I'll go last. I'll let you guys go since everyone's already heard my spiel on this. Christian, how do you like this fight here? Good fight, interesting fight at 55.
Yeah, it is a good fight. Obviously, Bobby Green looked I don't know how much he looked fantastic and how much
Al was 1 foot out of the door. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Going back into a open house right after that.
Yeah.
Probably. This is one I don't think you have to look at a whole lot of tape. If you did, you might accidentally be watching Kelvin Gastelum instead of Nasrat Haqparast.
Get him.
For whatever reason, I just don't think in a fight like this, I think Bobby Green, especially like with the crowd, he'll be hyped with the crowd. And
Right.
the judges hate what he does. Like
Mhm.
it's when he gets hit, it looks bad, and when he hits people, it looks bad. Like somehow, I mean, even the stats could just completely lie to you based on what you're seeing. So obviously, Nasrat he got beat pretty bad by Dan Hooker, didn't he? If I remember correctly.
It was closer than, I mean, Dan Hooker definitely won the fight, but Dan Hooker started wrestling. There was a period there where they both were exchanging shots, and Nasrat was landing some clean shots on Hooker, and Hooker switched up to wrestle a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Hooker, I think, won the fight 29-28, maybe in 30-27. Forget the scorecards.
Yeah, I know Bobby Green can do a takedown from time to time. I don't really see either of them doing it. And stats wise, they're pretty equal. Size wise, they're identical almost. I just see it coming down to this. Definitely see it going to decision. I probably get the steal on it after Bobby Green's last fight. Oh yeah, over 2.5 minus 225.
There you go.
That's a steal for a Bobby.
This fight's going to decision 1,000%.
Oh, absolutely.
But who's your official pick here?
It's gonna be Nasrat because
Nasrat, there he is.
Bobby Green looks so bad. He loses decisions even if he probably won the fight.
Right. Timbo, what do you got here, babe?
Yeah, this one's tough. Shit. I mean, yes. I mean, the money is on the decision for sure. Bobby Green, man. Just take away the out fight, just because let's just throw that out because that was an anomaly. That's just not what he does. I'm gonna go Bobby Green here, man. I think his volume is gonna be too much, and Nasrat is not he's kind of a volume guy. No, I mean he's had some pretty good points. 124 significant strikes there, 104, 99. Damn, this is a tough fucking fight.
That's good.
This is legit pick'em.
Yeah.
If Bobby Green was like a minus 250 and Nasrat was like plus 200, I would go Nasrat here. But again, I think Bobby Green would be the more active fighter, especially if he fucking does what he does in the third round, in the first round.
Right.
I think he's he'll get his strikes up there and he'll be able to get away with this one. And like Christian said, Bobby Green actually he's fucking pretty good wrestler. If you prior to the Fiziev fight, he's got 2 takedowns in 5 of his previous fights. So if he decides to go that route, which obviously Hooker did, he can get some points there. So give me Bobby Green. I just think he has more ways to win.
Yeah, Bobby Green, before he signed with any big promotion, he was out of the King of the Cage. He was known as just a wrestler. He was, I think he wrestled probably in high school or maybe even some D3 college, but he's got some chops. I basically
cardio for days.
Yeah, cardio for days. I basically said the same thing on the Anik Flory when I broke this down. I think Nasrat at plus 128 is gorgeous. My pick is Nasrat. The issue I have with Bobby Green is the whole swag, the whole shoulder roll, hands down, right? His posturing is really bad for the judges. That's why he always loses, or not always loses, but he's in these really close fucking decisions because it looks worse than it is. The Fiziev fight, which I thought he probably won, when Fiziev was throwing his shit, and even if it didn't land, Bobby's like, nope, didn't get me. And everyone, you hear it so much on the radio or on the commentary team. Oh, that means he got hit. If he shakes his head, that means it hurts or whatever. And maybe the judges hear that, have heard it in the past and they're like, oh, he just got hit. So it's kind of this weird thing. It's swagged out. He keeps his hands low, and that's his fight style, and I love it. He paid for it in the Poirier fight. That's one of my favorite Dustin Poirier knockouts. Bobby's like, come on, bring that shit. Poirier fucking slapped him. But other than that, he's granite chin. He doesn't get finished ever. Nasrat is a decent boxer. Started his UFC career hot, then started fighting some real competition and kind of fell off a little bit there. But he's got a chin for days. His cardio is pretty good. His takedown defense is coming, but it's not still great. But his boxing is really, really clean. This could be an interesting fight because Bobby Green's really slick with his hands. Could easily win a decision. My pick is Nasrat plus 128. I like Nasrat by decision as well. I think the play here would be fight goes to decision. I think the play would fight someone wins by either split or majority decision, whatever that number is, because this could be a close fight, like most Bobby Green fights are. And the one thing we haven't talked about tonight is Texas judging is pretty fucked. Texas judging's not great. And we're in Houston, baby. We're in H-Town. So you always got to keep that into the back of your mind. Anytime they go to Florida, Texas, some parts of California, I get a little, we're and some, New York's been kind of shaky as well. All right, so we're all splitting on that. I like that. All right, next up, my guy, Kyler Phillips, minus 385, way too high. 3-1 in UFC. He's fighting Marcelo Rojo, plus 290. T-Rex. This is the T-Rex guy after he knocks people out. Oh, yeah. 0-1 UFC. Trains at Brandon Moreno. Had a really exciting debut. He lost. Rojo did. Getting Kyler Phillips coming off his lone UFC loss to Rival Pilot, which I thought was a draw. If not, Kyler won. I did not break this fight down on Anakin Flooring. We only did 4 fights. So I'll lead here. Short and sweet. Kyler's my guy. I'm picking Kyler Phillips. I think he's better everywhere. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. I think his stand-up's coming a long way. I think his takedown or his submission game's good. Rojo is kill or be killed. He's gonna come after you, and he's either gonna fucking take your head off. He's gonna get his head taken off. He's gonna gas out. Probably get finished later in this fight. I like a later finish by Kyler Phillips. I like him rebounding after this, after the Paiva loss, because that was a 10-8 in round 1. He almost killed Paiva in round 1. And judges didn't give him a 10-8, which is actually bonkers. But he blew himself out. He gassed himself out. I think that's a learning experience. He's still very young. Was he 9-2? He's not. He was 9-1 going into that fight. So still a lot of learning to be done with Kyler Phillips. I think he's getting better. Arizona, the lab, very good camp. One of the main training partners was Sean O'Malley. Give me Kyler Phillips all day. I hate the line though. I think that's a crazy line. I know Rojo's 0-1, but the guy's got what? He's 16-7. He's got experience. He's fought good guys, training with the champ. I'm gonna go Kyler Phillips here, but the line really does scare me. That's way too high. Christian, what do you got, babe?
This is gonna be the fight of the night. If there's some book that has and it takes that action, let me know.
I like that.
I'm gonna bet that this should be a fantastic fight.
I like it.
You broke that down perfectly. I wish you could have done that on Anakin Florian.
I asked him. He brought it up. We were emailing, and I said, "Hey, is there a reason we're not doing Phillips and Rojo?" And he goes, mostly time because, Ray, we don't know how long Ray's going to go. And then we got Joe Osborne after you. I was like, okay, cool. And he brought it up because Ray Longo didn't answer his phone. He wasn't on the show. And he goes, Kenney, this guy emails me and goes, hey, why the fuck are we not picking Phillips and Rojo? And I'm like, hey, Collar's my guy. I want the fucking show.
It's the best. I mean, it's the best fight on the card.
Good fight. Yeah.
The line is too wide. We missed getting to see Rojo. I think he stepped in on late notice in that fight against Jourdain and a weight class up. So he'll actually be at his own weight class this time.
Right.
He's never been knocked out. So, and he obviously threw heat. He hurt Jourdain quite a bit in that fight.
Mm-hmm. Rojo's been knocked out quite a few times.
Has he? I thought he's only been knocked out once.
He got knocked out by Charles Jourdain too.
Yeah, Charles Jourdain's
the
only time. Yeah, the only time Rojo's been knocked out.
Oh, my bad. No, he's been finished a bunch of times.
He's been finished. Like every loss is a finish.
Yeah.
But he's got a couple like back in 2012. But yeah, Jourdain TKO'd him. That was more of a gas league. But he's kill or be killed. Either I'm gonna fucking knock you out or you're gonna choke me out, or you know what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah, he gets choked out.
I was good on the ground. That the Phillips is gonna have to, snatch a neck, or this is probably gonna go the distance. The line is too wide. I'm picking Phillips, but I was close on this one. I just think that there's not enough appreciation for Rojo and probably how good he is. And then Phillips, he should be 9-1-1, but he's excellent. This will be a fantastic fight. Phillips is probably just a little bit better, probably a little too fast.
A little cleaner. I think this would happen. Rojo's going to go 0-2, lose this fight. The UFC, but it's going to be a great fight, like you said, fight of the night. And they're going to be like, dude, we got something in this Rojo guy. Let's give him a layup. Let's give him like Chase Hooper or something. I mean, Chase Hooper is a 145er, but let's give him a fucking layup. Timbo, who do you like in this fight, babe?
Well, I like the bet of going to decision. That's plus 165. That's some good money there.
Okay.
Kyler isn't. He's never been finished, and Rojo, he's a tough dude. And Kyler's not necessarily some dramatic finisher by any means. I do think the line is too wide there. As you both said, it's fucking minus 425 on DraftKings right now.
Oh, he's climbing. He's climbing.
But yeah, give me Kyler. I think again, I probably won't bet him, but I bet the decision line. I like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be some scary moments probably in round 1 for Kyler Phillips. I mean, he's proven to be tough. He's obviously never been finished, but Rojo comes at you, right? And if Kyler's really silky and smooth in there, and he went berserk against Paiva. So I feel like he's going to come out a little slower. His coaches are like, let's take it out. Let's take your time, whatever. And Rojo's going to be like, I'm fucking trying to do my T-Rex, bitch. Let me go try to take you out. Yeah. Take you out in the first fucking round, first minute. So this should be interesting. I agree with Christian. I think it's going to be fight tonight. I think this is going to be an awesome fight. I'm glad it's on the main card. A lot of people were complaining about this being on the main card. They thought, what's his face?
This is by far the best fight on the card. It's like,
yeah,
I don't think
Hernandez was like, how the fuck am I in the early prelims and not the main card? He was complaining about it. This is a great fight. Next up, we got Jared Cannonier, minus 176 versus Blonde Brunson, plus 142. We got 75 in the UFC. We got 14-5 UFC. I like Blonde Brunson as a dog here. If you can't tell what those are by Jared Cannonier on the graphic, those are crystals. He's a fucking crystal guy. That's something that we can't ignore. He was on the embedded wearing his earth crystal or whatever the fuck around his neck. That's significant. Again, I've already broke down this fight, so we'll go Timbo first here. Who do you like in this? Whoever wins is getting a fucking title shot. That's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
So who do you like, Timbo?
This is a tough one, too. I mean, Brunson, his chin has been exposed, but now he's like fucking super wrestler guy.
Yeah.
This is a tough one, too.
Good fight.
It is, man. It really is. And we saw, at the end of Whitaker, the Whitaker fight with
Cannonier.
Jared Cannonier. Yeah, excuse me. If he touches you, dude, it's not going to be good. And Whitaker has got a chin on him. Like, obviously he got finished by Izzy, but other than that, he's fought some stiff hitters.
Yeah.
If Brunson gets touched, though, he's going to go down. So, but the plus money there, man. If Brunson can continue, it is, man. It's fucking
breaking you, dude.
But
I want to remind you that Derek Brunson does have blonde hair. Okay.
That's getting factored in. Getting factored in here. Give me Brunson, man. Plus 142. He's on a hot streak. I did see he came out and said that he's only.
I hated that. Yeah.
Two
more fights to spend with my family. The UFC's gonna be like, well, why the fuck we give you a title shot? I think he's gonna get skipped over for Strickland now. They're like, well, Izzy knocked you out once. We don't want you to fucking win and retire if you ever do. That was really stupid. Save that shit until you get the title shot. Be like, this is my last one.
Yeah.
Really dumb. I know that put some pause in me as well when it did that. All right. I feel like Christian's going to have such a matter-of-fact answer. He knows who's going to win. Christian, who you got here, babe?
You know me too well now. When I looked at this, I thought the line was like flipped. I was like, oh, that's a mistake. I was like, how is this? People talk about, Brunson, his chin, this and that. It's been like 3 years we've seen him just, getting hit and pulling his best Glover Teixeira impression every single time. Right. You hit him and then you get close to him, and then before you know it, you're on your back.
Yeah.
Obviously his path to victory is for Cannonier is to knock Brunson out. And Brunson has, I think, the most finishes in their middleweights they're middleweights. I think he has the most finishes in history. He can also grind out a 15-minute decision. And I think, obviously when I'm that confident and underdog, like I am in Brunson here, when I think the line is flipped from what it should be, I was like shocked. Obviously, I think Cannonier could win, but I see a lot more ways. Brunson can win all three ways. Cannonier can only win one way. So I'll take the guy with more options. That honestly looks like a 185 Glover when he even does get hit.
Right.
The last few years. So give me that. Get some.
Yeah, doggy. I'm the dog. I'm going Brunson as well. Of course, listen. They're both 37, 38. They're right around the same age. The time is now. Cannonier's never gotten a shot. Brunson never got a shot at the title, but has fought Izzy before and Whitaker. Cannonier's looking for that shot. Timbo, like my saying on the Anakin Florian podcast, Cannonier's been called the dark horse for so long. It's time for the blonde horse, right? But I do not like what fucking Brunson's saying about the whole, hey, I'm done after 2. I don't fucking like that at all. That scares me. But he looks to me in phenomenal shape, and I like how he's revamped his career. He's went, you know what? I'm a fucking D1 wrestler. I can take people down. I was knocking people out before. I do have heavy hands, but I'm also really strong. I have good cardio. Kenney 7-5 in the UFC. Only one loss at 185 since he's cut down and changed his life, but he's never fought a grappler. You know, he lost to Jan back in the day at 205. He was kind of a grappler, but it was kind of a lackluster fight. But he's never fought a guy at 185 that wants to take him down besides Jack Hermanson. But we've seen Jack Hermanson against John Strickland. That guy can't take fucking anybody down. Brunson's going to take him down. He knows the power. He knows the crystal power of Jared Cannonier. Give me Brunson. I love the dog play here at plus 142 as well. I thought for sure you were going to be all over Cannonier there, but I'm glad we're all in agreement. We're all in agreement with the dog. Timbo seemed a little hesitant. Seemed a little second guessing himself.
I'm still second guessing myself.
Oh no, you're locked in. Locked in dog, man. I'm the dog, the big bad dog. You're locked in. When I play Dog the Bounty Hunter, you're locked in. All right, co-main event, fight that I don't really fucking care about, but it is what it is. Derek Lewis minus 192 versus Tai Tuivasa plus 154. Derek Brunson ranked number 3. Tai Tuivasa ranked number 11. Derek Brunson fighting in his hometown of H-Town, Houston, baby. Paul Wall, baby. Mike Jones. Derek Lewis 2-1 in the it's being in a hometown. I know I mentioned this on when I broke this down earlier. When Rich fought Anderson in Cincinnati, and when Rich lost, you could have blown up US Bank Arena, and I don't think anyone would have cared. It was very demoralizing. Derek Lewis coming off his only loss in Houston by Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane finished him. That was in Houston. Getting Tai Tuivasa. Good matchup. Fight came together kind of last minute because they needed a co-main event in Houston. Christian, you're the fucking heavyweight whisperer here, babe. What are we getting here? We getting a shoey, or we getting my balls are hot?
Come on, there are levels to this game. There's value on Derek Lewis here. He proved what he does to anybody but the top. Like an up-and-comer. I mean, we just saw this, like the end of December. Yeah. We're going to see it again. I just don't see how – I don't really see how the line's this close. Tai Tuivasa was almost out of the UFC like 2 years ago. And then he goes on let's look at his win streak. Let's see how he got up to fight. What's Derek Lewis, the number 3 contender?
Harry Hunsucker is one of those guys.
Augusto Sakai, Greg Hardy, Harry Hunsucker, Stefan Struve. Yeah. I'm not gonna read who Derek Lewis is fought. This is crazy.
Everybody.
What's the Derek Lewis by knockout line? So he's about minus 180 money line. We could just let's see. Lewis
minus TKO. 110.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. Oh, fuck it.
Is it? I didn't know that. I
needs to set lines.
Is it minus 110?
FanDuel's got it minus 110. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So there you go. You want to talk about value?
Don't disagree. Timbo heavyweights.
Yeah, Timbo. Tell me I'm wrong.
Tell you wrong.
I won't.
Nope. Won't do it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like you've always got that. This is not going to the distance. That's for sure. And heavyweights, you always run the chance of some shit happening, but Christian nailed it. Like this dude fucking beats who he's supposed to beat and loses to who he's supposed to lose to. Ty has beaten nobody. I'm not impressed. Stefan Struve, Harry Hunsucker, Greg Hardy, Augustus Sky. I'm not impressed by that at all. Yeah, give me Derek Lewis by KO.
Yeah, I'm on the Lewis side as well. I don't really like either of these guys. You look at Ty's fight against Sakai. That was probably his best performance on his run. You look at the Greg Hardy fight. He got buzzed in the Greg Hardy fight. Greg Hardy ran into a right hand. You look at the Harry Hunsucker fight. He dominated Hunsucker, but Hunsucker landed shots. That could have been fucking Ty going, I'm fighting Harry Hunsucker from who? From where? Fuck this guy. And then the Stefan Struve fight. Stefan Struve, I mean, the guy's heart's like, 8 times the size it needs to be. He shouldn't have been fighting anyway. But this fight is going to be on the feet. Neither guy want to take down. Ty said either I'm going to take his head off or he's going to take my head off. Ty's faster. I think he has faster hands, and Derek has the more powerful hands. He's fast as well. It's not like he's slow for his size. The one issue I have is both guys have been knocked out before. Both guys have been rocked before. But Derek Lewis doesn't take a shot as well as I think people think he does. But besides that, it doesn't matter because he looked so good against Chris Dawkins, who I'm very high on. He looked patient. He looked like a killer. He looked like a sniper. When you have that much power and you are patient and use your timing and your ability to catch them, it only takes fucking one. Chris Dawkins had never been finished by knockout before, and fucking in that fight, Derek Lewis knocked him out like 6 times. I mean, he was like holding him up on the cage, like the guy just kept getting knocked out. So I'm going Derek Lewis here. By knockout's gorgeous. It doesn't go decisions, gorgeous. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad we're not going to go through Derek Lewis's record because who they fought and who they haven't is absolutely insane.
Hey, how about after this? Because I think we know what's going to happen. Tuivasa Daukaus.
That makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Tuivasa's kind of revamped his career. I think he lives in Dubai now. His whole training camp's around him. That says something about the little win streak. He's leaned out a little bit. He went to AK for a little bit to learn wrestling, but he realized I'm not going to fucking wrestle anybody. But yeah, this should be a fun fight. This isn't going to be a Francis, Derek Lewis, whatever. This is an H-Town. Derek Lewis is coming after Ty. Ty's going to come after him. I don't think Ty's afraid of him. I really don't think Ty cares if he gets knocked out. I really don't. He's like, my best chance to win is knock this guy out. And if I get knocked out, so fucking be it. I can wake up and drink beer. All right, main event. Rematch for the title. My guy, Izzy Adesanya, minus 265 versus Robert Whittaker. Whittaker plus 210. I love this fight. If there's ever a rematch that needed to happen, it's this one. Because Robert Whittaker is a fucking absolute stud, first-class guy. There's a little bit of heat between these guys. He's fought everyone at 85. Robert Whittaker's pretty much beaten everyone at 85. So I love the rematch. And I want to hear from Timbo. What do we got? Is it and new or and still?
It's and still, man.
Hey, yo.
It's just like until proven otherwise, like I've seen Izzy win every way possible. If you want to fucking charge him, then he can fucking put you away as he did Whittaker, as he did Paulo Costa. If you want to sit back and be patient, like everybody believes Whittaker is going to do, he's going to do like he did to UL. Granted, it was boring, but like he did to Silva. Granted, it was boring, but I mean, his body shape is perfect for this division, which is why his ass won't be going up to light heavyweight again because it's not for him. He's long, he's quick, he's. Bobby Knuckles has been through wars. Obviously, his chin isn't what it used to be, and he hasn't really fought anybody. Cannoneer, granted, and we saw when he did get touched on the third round, and almost went lights out for him. Kelvin Gastelum, okay, I'm not impressed by that. Who else has he beat since he lost to Izzy? I can't remember. Hold on, let me see.
Kelvin Gastelum, Cannoneer, Till.
Okay, yeah, and then the Till fight was a stinker. But 5 rounds, I think Izzy gets it done. I think, Bobby's just been through too many wars, unfortunately. I love him, and I love both of these guys, if we're being honest. And but minus 265 that's a pretty good line considering how the first fight went and just how good Izzy's looked against anybody that's in his division. That's a middleweight. So give me Izzy. But if Bobby does win it, then I'd be happy for him.
Right. Before Christian goes, Anik brought up a good point. He pulled the number. Izzy Adesanya opened as an underdog the first time they fought and closed as a small favorite when they fought, which is wild to think about because obviously what Izzy is now, So that's pretty cool. Christian, how do you see this fight going down, babe?
Look, I don't think it's too tough. We've already seen this. We've already seen it once. Izzy has been taken down. I heard this statistic on a podcast on Monday or Tuesday, but he had been taken down 7 times in like his first 10 fights, and then he's been taken down like 7 times in his past 2 or 3 fights. So people are getting to him a little more, but I'm not sure that like this D3 Whittaker skill level is going to be able to do it. Izzy's faced much better wrestlers, and other than just the massive size difference that Jan had over him, these other guys, he's either stuffing the takedowns or he's getting back up from them. If Whittaker wants to go against, wants to change his play this time, obviously he went balls to the wall last time and got slept for it. Well, what's he going to do this time? Stay away and try to kickbox a guy with a 4-inch height and 8-inch reach advantage on him? And who knows how, like his leg reach. I mean, he's going to be able to kick him those crazy question mark kicks and all that. If he wants to stay at distance, I mean, Izzy will piece him apart. Whittaker, it's a rematch I wanted to see, I guess. I mean, I think Whittaker is the second best fighter in the division. It's just I don't see I don't see where he beats him.
Mhm.
Tim said really well. He is, 2 fights back to back against Yoel Romero. It's gonna take a little bit out of you, each one of those punches.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that 265 line's not bad. I think he's a good parlay piece, especially being, if you have a few parlays, that's a nice number if you want to hedge out a little bit with Whitaker at the end of the night.
Right.
But I think Izzy takes it pretty good. He's the best middleweight in the world, and still.
Yeah. And still, yeah, obviously you guys know even if we didn't listen to Anik and Ford, you know my pick. It's Izzy. The one thing that keeps getting brought up is, and I don't know who brought up the narrative. I don't know if it was the media, someone from Robert's camp, but Jan laid the blueprint is what they're saying, right? But Robert's not Jan. Robert Whitaker was a 170 pounder that goes up to 85. He's not the biggest 85er. Jan is huge for 205. Laid on Izzy couldn't get up. Marvin Vettori's a big 85er, couldn't get Izzy down. And when he did get down, Izzy got right back up. So I think Robert Whitaker needs to be elusive in and out with his karate stance. He needs to go for takedowns. He's not going to submit Izzy. He's going to need to beat him up. It's going to be he needs to drag the Kelvin Gastelum out of Izzy. He needs a Kelvin Gastelum fight. Izzy fought Kelvin Gastelum very kind of wild and reckless because he was a little afraid of the takedown because Kelvin had good wrestling, but they just banged it out. Robert Whitaker can get to Izzy, right? Izzy sometimes, and he's my guy and I love him. Sometimes a lot of kickboxers do is they watch a little bit. They watch a little too much and look for that one big shot. Meanwhile, Robert Whitaker's going to be working. He's going to be grinding, and that's what he's going to have to do. Robert Whitaker's got to go in with a different mindset coming in here. And but I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think Izzy's better everywhere. He looks in phenomenal shape. I think he's going to finish Robert Whitaker again as well. Minus 265 to me is a gorgeous number. I'm not going to put him in my slime ball because I'm probably going to straight bet him. All right, so we are time for the lock portion of the night. Timbo, you are the champ, so you get to pick what lock you want. You want the dog. You want the mortal. You want to send them. You let me know.
Give me that mortal.
Mortal, who you got, babe?
Give me Casey O'Neill.
Hey,
she was on my list. She's on
a couple of my lists. You know what I mean? Hey. All right, Christian. I'll let you go, Christian. Mortal lock. I think I know who you're picking. It's gonna upset me, but go ahead.
I think you want to guess. I'll tell you. No,
I know who it is. Right. Go ahead.
It's Ronnie Lawrence.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my other one.
I thought Tim was gonna go. Yeah. Ronnie Lawrence, mortal lock. That's a good mortal lock. You know what? The obvious choice would be Kyler Phillips or Izzy Adesanya because they're my guys. But I think since I label my guys, people know I'm going to pick them. So I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to go Jeremiah Wells. I think Jeremiah Wells is a really good solid pick here. First fight of the night. Get that out of the way.
That was my number one send them.
That was your number one send them? Yeah. I think that fight's, sorry. I'm not sorry. All right, Christian. Dog lock, send them home. What do you want, baby?
I'm going to go with the dog because I only have like 2.5 of them.
Okay, 2.5? Who's the half?
What's his name? Whitaker's boy.
Marcoon. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Blood Diamond.
That's flirty.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Plus 160 or whatever it was on MGM or 130. But anyways, yeah, I'll go with Brunson as my dog.
Hey, I think that would probably have been all of our dogs. Dogs are barking. One last time. I'm the dog. The big bad dog. The bounty hunter. Timbo, give me your dog, baby.
Let me look at this one more time.
I can tell you who you got. You got you got Malcoon. You got Hernandez. You got you got Schnell. You got
did you take Nazareth or did you take
no Naz? Yeah,
Green.
He took King Green. Nazareth, yeah, Nazareth.
Yeah, give me Hernandez.
Hernandez, that's a good choice. That was my first choice for a dog. But I'm gonna have to pivot here. I'm gonna go Nazareth because I am confident in that pick. My number one selection of dogs is Hernandez, Derek Brunson, and then Nazareth is
I've got Brunson and Nazareth as my top two. So all
right. Send them home. Send them. Yeah, not too different. It's gonna be a close battle. Send them home. A lot of options here. I could go Derek Lewis. I can go, I can go fuck Derek Lewis. Shit this whole game up. I could go Carlos Olberg. I could go a lot of different ways. But you know what? Is Adesanya. Israel Adesanya, the style bender. Send him home. Timbo, would you send him home?
Man, I'm about to get sent home if the Bulls can't fucking score 3 points in a minute.
Let's
crazy,
go Chicago. Chico go Bulls.
Tim's always got money going.
It's crazy,
Always.
man. Like, don't fuck me here. Anyways, I send him home. So you took Izzy?
Yeah. Stop it.
Give me motherfucking Carlos Olberg.
Carlos Olberg, the gorgeous man. All right, Christian, send him home. Send us home with this fucking the best pick of the night. Who is it?
It probably is. Black Beast, baby.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. I think we're all gonna hit our locks. I think I'm gonna clean sweep everything. I think I'm gonna win the title. I think I'm gonna sleep with it, and nothing you guys can do about it. All right, there's nothing you can do about it. Big weekend ahead for your boy. Got the fights on Saturday. I got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Not going to work on Monday. Half the businesses are closed in Cincinnati on Sunday and Monday. I got to parade the plan. You know what I mean? Like, we're going the parade. I'm going to drink beers. And I'm tossing. Yeah, I'll drink some beers when the Bengals win the Super Bowl, okay? I might get crazy. I just might become a full drug addict. Fuck it. Let's just do everything. All right, that's it. That's the show. Timbo, I'm sorry that your Chicago Bills are losing.
Hold on, dude. I literally, because I got the over at 228 and a half, I believe, and they're at 228 right now.
How many seconds left?
Fucking 40.
Oh, you're good.
No, dude, it's a blowout. It's a blowout.
That's a blow. They're not going to foul then, yeah.
Dude, don't fuck me.
Oh, man, that's rough.
Oh, they got it. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
He scored? All right.
Yeah.
Chicago Bills. I'll take it.
230.
All right, boys. As always, this has been a pleasure. Everyone's Twitters and Instagrams or whatever. We're pretty much at Twitters. They're on the screen. MMA Takes Podcast on Apple iTunes and Spotify. Thank you, boys.
Peace.
I'll see you.